Hello students, good morning. How are you? I hope you are okay and you are doing your homework regularly. You are doing a great job. Thanks again for that. So let's continue our chapter which we are continuing since 3 lectures. And this is the fourth lecture of chapter 6, that is anatomy in flowering plants of class 11th. Today we will study about tissue system. In our last class we have already completed about tissue. Today we will study tissue system. So let's understand what is tissue system. As I have told you, when we will say anything that is system, when many groups work together, that is a system. So here this is called tissue system because different type of tissues together combiningly form to do a particular function. Clear? Again I am telling you, tissue system means when different types of tissues are combined to do a particular function is called tissue system. In this class, we will study about different type of tissue system, which is your three type of tissue system. One is your epidermal tissue system, another is your ground tissue system, then vascular tissue system. Clear students? So tissue system is divided into three different types. One is your epidermal tissue system, second one is your ground tissue system, and third one is your vascular tissue system. We will explain all these tissue systems separately for your easy understanding. Okay students? So let's understand first what is epidermal tissue system. From the word epidermis, it comes from epidermis. Epidermis means outer layer of the organism or outer layer of the skin, which we can say skin. But as we are studying about plants, so epidermal tissue system means those parts which are present outside a plant. Clear students? So epidermal tissue system is consist of epidermal cells, epidermal appendages, what are they I will tell you, and stomata. Epidermal cells means the outer cells. Like the outer cell is either made up of a thick waxy membrane that is called cuticle. You have ever seen that a thin layer, if we put, then a thin layer is released from the outer part of the plant, from leaf or from stem, from any other part. A thin layer you have seen also. So that is epidermal cell. Next, epidermal appendages. Appendages means what are the organs that epidermal cell is consist of. The organs may be root hairs. As we know, root hairs arise from outside the plant in the root, and trichomes. Remember here, trichomes means the root hairs arise from stem. Root hairs arise from stem. Is that okay? So the epidermal appendages are root hairs and trichomes. Next is stomata. As we know, stomata is present on the outside of the plant. Means it is present in leaves in some plants, and in some plants it is present on stem. In which plants it is present in stem? In desert plants it is present in stem, as I have told you that the thick waxy membrane to reduce the water loss. So stomata. Epidermal tissue system is consist of epidermal cells, epidermal appendages and stomata. Again, stomata, as we know, is of two types. We will see, if we see through a microscope, then we will see two different type of stomata. One is your guard, which is covered by guard cell, which we can see in dicots, that is stomata, this type of stomata, and another is double dumbbell shaped stomata. So stomata is of two types, in dicots and in monocots. In monocots it is double dumbbell shaped. Dumbbell means which we used in the gyms, that is exactly look like this is dumbbell shaped, and this is normal stomata. So if we see the diagram of stomata, then what we will see, look, this is a transverse section of a leaf of dicot plant. Dicot plant you know, I think you know, yes. So the outer layer that around the guard cell is called subsidiary cells. Again the question arises, what is subsidiary cells? Subsidiary cells are those cells which are present outside the guard cells and they can change their shape by changing amount of water. By the changing amount of water they can change their shape. They are called as subsidiary cells or the specialized cells present around guard cell. So what is subsidiary cell? The specialized cells that present around the guard cell. Then next is your guard cell which covers the stomatal pore. Around the stomatal pore guard cell is present, and inside the guard cell you can see these dots. They are chloroplast. They are chloroplast which is found inside the mesophyll cells. And as we know, outer layer is called epidermis, so this part is epidermis, and the stomatal pore is guarded by two guard cells. So let's again I repeating this. This is your stomatal pore. Around stomatal pore this is guard cell. Inside guard cell some chloroplasts are present which trap sunlight during photosynthesis, and outside the guard cell there is subsidiary cells which have or which may change their shape according to the amount of water, or we can say they are specialized cells. So they are the different parts of a stomata, and the stomatal apparatus is formed by all together stomatal pore, guard cell, subsidiary cell and chloroplast. Subsidiary cell, guard cell, stomatal pore together form stomatal apparatus. Apparatus means when many instruments are used in a particular thing. So here the stomatal apparatus is consist of subsidiary cell, then your guard cell and stomatal. Next, move towards the epidermal appendages like your root hairs and trichomes. We are studying about epidermal cells in which I have showed you two type of stomata. Here one type of stomata I have told you. Epidermal appendages like your root hairs and the trichomes which arise from stem in many plants like your sugarcane, maize. You can see some roots are arise from the nodal region of the stem. They are called trichomes. Next type of stomata is here. You can see this is like double dumbbell shape. If you cut a plant from grass family means this is the family which contains all the monocots in it. Okay students, grass family means this is the family which contains all the monocots. If we cut a transverse section of this leaf, then we can see this type of cells inside it, and it looks like a double dumbbell shape. And they are the organs like in case of the guard cell. So here this is stomatal pore. They are two double dumbbell shape structures. This is guard cell, clear, and this is stomatal pore. Clear students? So you can see this is your guard cell. If you have NCERT book, then you can see the diagram and label this. This is guard cell, this is stomatal pore, this is subsidiary cell, this is epidermal cell. Exactly the labeling is like in case of dicot stomata. Here it is monocot stomata. Clear students? Next, let's move to ground tissue. Remember, except epidermis and vascular tissue, we know an organ is consist of different types of tissue system. So here ground tissue is consist of epidermis, except epidermis and vascular tissue. Means rest of the tissues together form ground tissue system except epidermal and vascular tissue. Clear? So this part has chloroplast containing mesophyll cells, and the ground tissue is consist of simple permanent tissue which is thin parenchymatous cells, then cholenchymatous cells and sclerenchymatous cells. So ground tissue system is consist of simple tissue, simple permanent tissue, and simple permanent tissues are, what are they? They are parenchyma which is thin structure, then your cholenchyma and sclerenchyma. Cholenchyma contains chloroplast and sclerenchyma is made up of dead cells or dead fibers. Here the point you have to remember, this may come in your NEET exams. Mesophyll cells containing chloroplast in ground tissue system. Mesophyll cells contain chloroplast. Okay students, clear this topic. Next topic moves towards vascular tissue system. From this word we know that vascular tissue is xylem and phloem. Xylem conducts water and phloem conducts food. So both xylem and phloem together combine vascular tissue system. And the arrangement of xylem and phloem is of different types. If we saw different type of plants, means monocots and dicots. As we know, there are two different type of plants. One is monocot and another is dicot. So if we cut a sectional view or we see a sectional view, then we can see different type of arrangement of the vascular tissues, means xylem and phloem. You can see the first diagram, this diagram. In this radially arranged xylem and phloem. This is radial type of arrangement of vascular tissues, means here is phloem and here is xylem. Phloem, xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem, xylem, and so on. So within a circle, this type of arrangement of vascular tissue, means xylem and phloem, is called radial type of vascular bundle. This is called radial type of vascular bundle, in which the xylem and phloem are not found together combiningly. They are normally scattered, means they are not jointed to each other, they are scattered inside the cell. So this type of tissue is called radial vascular tissue. And this is your xylem, and the blue colored is phloem. This is your xylem. Next is of conjoint closed type. The vascular bundle, I have told you, have three different types. We can see radial, then conjoint closed and conjoint open. Here conjoint closed is normally seen in monocots. Here this is phloem and this is xylem. Here also this is phloem and this is xylem. This is conjoint closed and conjoint open. What is the difference you are watching in these two diagrams? The difference is, here is presence of cambium. This is called cambium. And presence of cambium is the characteristic feature of a dicot plant. So we can see this type of vascular bundle in monocots and this type of vascular bundle in dicots. This is conjoint closed type. When in conjoint closed type there is no cambium is found, but in conjoint open type there is a cambium ring is found, which we will study in our next class, that when a plant grows and get mature, then cambium ring every year 2 cambium rings are formed. And when the scientists decide the age of the plant, then they only see the cambium ring. If a plant have 25 years, then it contains 50 cambium rings. So the cambium is present in the vascular bundles. So today students, this is all about your tissue system. In our next class we will study about stem and root, anatomy of stem and root.